G'day guys, welcome back to Supercoach Swordplay and welcome to the round 21 review. It's going to be most likely the quickest yet most enjoyable round review I'll do this year because I managed to break my own record. So I went all the way back to 2014. That's as far as I can go back with my history and did not see a 2900 plus. So in a year that's been extremely tough, felt like giving up at times, this is, I suppose, a bit of a reward for sticking at it, if you may. But why is this? Like, why did I get such a decent score this week? For the first time in a long time, I followed my gut. Excuse me. Man, a big day, big weekend as well. It was all about the gut. I wanted to make this move for the last 2 to 3 weeks, but I just haven't pulled the trigger. And I thought, do you know what? Nah, I'm finally doing it. So super stoked with this score. Had a ripping weekend, actually. Went out Saturday night with Brent to the footy to witness firsthand the Lions take care of the Pies. That was absolutely brilliant. No better feeling, is there? Sorry, Pie supporters, and beating the Pies. It was a bit of a tough Sunday, though, because I got home about 1:30, 2 o'clock, then had to get up at 5 o'clock to prepare for the toy fair at the Melbourne Showground. So I had a stall, bought a couple of things. So I've just got a few things here. These are probably my 3 favorites, and they're not the rarest things you've ever seen, but we'll start with number 3 here. And you'll probably know this man. Oh, hang on, I'll need to get myself on the screen so I can see. Got the great Arnie there. I'll be back from Terminator. We've then got, I love money boxes. There we are there, the old Ghostbusters money box. And then you think I'm a bit of a nut, and I probably am, but this is number 1. The old He-Man Masters of the Universe little sand beach set. Have a look at that. And that's from 1985. So that is officially 40 years old. Look at the condition. Got that off my good mate, Tony B. Check out Tony B's Toys as well on Facebook. He's a great man. He'll look after you. But yeah, pretty stoked with the whole weekend, to be honest. So as I mentioned, this is going to be a really quick one because I've officially joined the No Trades Club. Always makes you a little bit nervous, but still very happy with how things panned out. So I'll take a quick look at the side, talk some captains. So see you later for now. And then tomorrow night, we'll be back, obviously, with the Swordplay potty. So let's get into this, guys, and take a look at the 2900 plus side for the week. So what was the big move of the week? It was getting this man in the side. We're celebrating here for Brodie Grundy. As I mentioned, I wanted to get him in as soon as Sherry went out. Didn't follow the gut there. However, I've done it this week. 200 on debut. The only thing that I'm complaining about slightly, and it's completely my fault, is that I didn't put the captaincy on him. And that was my plan. However, I didn't realize that the games were so close. I knew that the Gold Coast Richmond game was obviously the next game coming up, but I didn't realize that the Sydney game was basically being played at the same time. I thought it was a night game, just quickly glancing over the fixture. So a big mistake there. And you may say, Diaco, you're talking nonsense here. Your rules are 125 plus. It's a different rule when it comes to Brodie Grundy because you look at his history over the last 2 months, then pair that with the fact that he's coming up against Essendon. It was a no-brainer having him as captain. Gawn would have had to go 150. So 150 was going to be my threshold. However, didn't realize that the fixture was how it is. But I'm not complaining too much because a 200 off the great man. Wowee. So let's just take a look at his season stats. It is so fun owning this bloke. It was the toughest non-own. So let's look from round 9. 121, 135, 109, 161, 155, 159, 179, 127. What a dud score that is. 154, 153, 137, and then that 200. So out of all the massive scores that we've seen from him this year, he saves his best until round 21, the round that I bring him in. So it's just perfect. Now, coming up against most likely Darcy Fort this week, I think he'll continue to dominate Brodie Grundy. So what an owner he is. And then look at our Supercoach Grand Finals. If we can just go down here a little bit. Got a nice matchup against Geelong as well at the SCG. But look at this. West Coast. Non-owners just look away. Look away. And do you know what? Even if I do somehow cop a donut or injury, whatever it is, have I made up for it just this week with the 200? It was for Zorko And I also bought in Taj Houghton as well. Forgot to mention that. I bought in Taj Houghton for Chera. So it was Chera down to Houghton. Just bought McCarthy on field. He's been scoring well enough to be on field. And yeah, upgraded Zorko to Grundy, and that's in the flex as well. So all around, look at these great scores. So 108, 128, 126, 97, one of the lowest scores from Dale, 125 from Mills. He's been really good the last 3 weeks. And then the Butcher with a nice 123 as well into the midfield. Bont with a 151. The bloke, remember, we were complaining, a couple of 60s sprinkled in there, but take those 60s out. We can't just take them out. I understand that, but what a man he is. And this is why I start with him every year and just don't worry about having to bring him in. Dacos with the 110. That was a little bit disappointing. Huge first half, slowed up the second. Dawson, massive, close to a 150 himself. Dunkley with the 135. Brayshaw just crawled to 101. My man McCarthy with the 123. Georgie Boy as my big pod. Now, this is actually a little bit disappointing because at half time, this was looking like a 160 type score, at least a Dawson 149 type, but end up getting tagged by O'Meara. It is what it is, though. Still a nice score, the 120. Remember, I traded out Chalky for him, who got a 143 this week. So he's been playing really well lately, but I think I'm still up with Hewitt. She's with the 131, brilliant. Gorn was my VC, ended up taking that. I was going to go Nas, but I thought, nah, Grundy's different to Nas. If it's Nas or Gorn, I'm just going to take the 131. I'm glad I did. Romo, beautiful. Now, remember, we were targeting the fixture. So bit of a rough start to our relationship, Romo and I, but this is what we were planning for, the Supercoach finals fixture, and did this man deliver? We got a little bit lucky here because obviously this should have been against Tristan Sherry, which is a completely different ball game, but he took advantage as we hoped he would. Beautiful, the 144. Baz with the 119, lovely. Same as the human skyscraper. Controversial that Janath and I took him at number 1 in our redraft, whereas Rossco and Spillsy went with Dacos. I'm still sticking absolutely by that. So people can put forward some fantastic arguments, and I agree with most of them, to be honest, but I'm still going with the big key forward here, the generational key forward. And Dacos, yes, could absolutely be a generational midfielder, and he should have won a Brownlow already. So either way, you're getting a bloody good player there, aren't you? Rankin with a 129, lovely to see. Chadley Warner, I thought this could have been a bit of a ceiling game for him coming up against Essendon, but just did not happen. And I think he was a bit of a butcher with the ball as well, which can be guilty of. Huawei. Daniel with the 142. So you know your week is going very well when Daniel gets a 142, and lots of people were even luxury upgrading him. So at the end of the day, I've started him at a really cheap price, and he's averaging 95 and a bit of change. So that's been a really good win. This hasn't been. Remember, the plan was to always move him on. What was it? I wanted him for about a month, wasn't it? 3-4 weeks, but just things happened and couldn't manage to do it. So that's super disappointing. This is really just going to be the mulligan score. I've got confidence in most of these other blokes that go 100 plus. And then obviously Grundy with a 200. Don't even need to talk about him. I didn't mention the bench. So Boxall really took advantage of Steele starting as a sub, had a lot more opportunity. 88, and this is what this bloke can do with opportunity. I think it was his first game, was his 75. So really good there. Houghton I bought in. He was just that bloke at the price that also had that forward DPP. And if any of these blokes get in any sort of trouble, bar who was at Darcy, then he'll be able to cover. So I'd be pretty unlucky there. He should come in for cover. And hey, between him and Bolton, hopefully pull a 70 or a 75 or something as your lowest score. The Ped didn't play. And Simpson, is he back? I don't know if he's playing waffle football at the moment, but yeah, I think he should be pretty right. Or yeah, right to go soon anyway. So that is aside. As I said, no trades. What do I end up with in the bank? So 24,900, and people be looking at that going, wouldn't you love it? Just 24,900. But yeah, sorry guys, I'd give it to you if I could. But all right, let's have a look, captain. So Hawthorn, Collingwood. I don't think I'm going to go around Dacos. No other Collingwood people for me. Jalul, okay. Damn, if Max Holmes, he's going to kill us, isn't he, this week? Cameron's going to kill us. For those that went Myers as a pod. At this stage, Baz has to get that VC, I think. You got the Tigers. Jeez, okay. Can we actually do that? It's Friday, Saturday, yep. Then I've got Grundy here. Oh, look. I think it is actually nuts not to have him in your combo. So VC, Baz or Naz? Oh, I don't know what to do here. I think it's safer going the ruckman, surely. All right. That doesn't work for me. Carlton and Gold Coast, Freo and Port, Brayshaw. I just haven't got any faith with anymore. The Dogs are Melbourne. So you could go Gaunt. Do you know what? Bont has just been phenomenal lately, hasn't he? Whether they take him or they don't. Oh, and then you got Dawson versus West Coast. Oh, this is a really well, it's good because there are some fantastic options, but it's a really tough to know where to go. I think I might. Is there better options? Surely there's not. You can't say that there's better options than Grundy, can you? Like, he's been playing well everywhere against all types of opponents. Yeah. No, I think I'm going with Grundy as a captain. So that is it for now, guys. I'm going to leave it there. There's not much else to talk about. Don't know what we're really going to discuss in the potty tomorrow night. We'll find something relevant and have a bit of a laugh, as you always do. Check out as well, Janath and Rossco, for any EPL fans, just put out a GDS EPL, or football as they call it. I don't call it football. I call it soccer. But make sure that you do check that out, because it's going to start up pretty soon. And you've got the opportunity to get yourself, get your hands, on some really, really nice cards and start from scratch. Start from scratch now. We've got a referral code. Make sure you put it in. You'll get bonus packs. If you've got any questions, you don't know what you're doing, please get in contact with us. Janath and Rossco are experts when it comes to this. I'll do my best to help you out, or I can pass your info on to those blokes so they can help you. But make sure you do get involved, because the boys are really getting around it and should be a fantastic competition. But, lastly, before I go, just need to check out some leagues. I promised I'd do that for some people as well. So, bad luck to Stu's Primos. This is my members league. So have a look at that. If you want to start scoring well, this is a members league. So I've got 2887 from Jack, 2700 plus from Pete. Jeez, I tell you what, Cole, going very nicely, my friend. A 2860, 2755 for Regan. Regan's been smashing up lately as well. Izzy with a 2952. So even in the members league, I can't get to the top for the round. We've got a 2849. I'll tell you what, for the Maltese Falcons there in Charles, I'm there with the 2900. And then Stu there, extremely unlucky, mate. Stu's had a fantastic season, 2748. So tell you what, that's a members Divi 1. Massive scores there. The family league, now, how's this? So there's Lise there at 3,028, if you don't mind. So beat the old man there who got a 2,800 plus. And the other old man, I tell you what, 2867. I think Steve's in the top 200 at the moment. Dad, I think he's in the top 1,000 or close to the top 1,000. So I'm getting smashed in all my leagues, even including the family, which I normally take out. Oh, that's bad luck, mate. I tell you what here. But, Jules, Crazy Frogs goes straight through there. Look at that. Abs, you're still in, mate, playing there against Jakey in the Regulars League. Content Creators League. So, I didn't even make the top 8 for this one, but we've got Mini Monk here, Janath the Great Man, Selby, Joey, who I love, MJ, and SDS, my man Steve. So very nice there from the Content Creators League. That's an overall one. A grade there. Bad luck to Benny. If Sherry was playing, who knows what would have happened here. But again, some really, really nice scores there. I'm in some really strong leagues this year. The Twitter folk, that's been a great league. Oh, I took out Janath as well. Look at me go. Look at DR go. The great caddy here. JP, former winner, if you don't mind. He got Toddy there as well with no second prizes. Andrew just goes straight through, as do I. So shout out to all the Twitter folk, and shout out to Rainman, the legend, for organising that league. The Godfather Legends finished in the top 8, luckily there. Oh, we've got the great Pistol from Dr. Supercoach, one of my favourites ever, playing Selby this week. That's going to be tough. George has gone straight through the goat. as well as Janath there as well. Friends of the Mailbag, so shout out to the greats Demo. All with Benny there. Andrew, MJ going straight through. So you can see that I'm involved in some great leagues here with some great people. The great Patch as well in there. Shout out to you, Patchy. Got the members divvy too. And again, look at these 28s, 27s all over the shop. Very, very nice there, guys. Got Joey Yaron. Yaron, I tell you what, missed you. I haven't seen you on any of the lives lately, mate, that I've been doing. But shout out to you, brother, if you're still watching. Grish, Pete, Andrew there. Aaron, the great Trav. The head-to-head Cashie. Now, these have been the most, no offense to the other leagues, but the important leagues for me when the cash is involved. And beautiful. We're going straight through there. Got hurls going on with T, but not gone. Supercoach God, very nice. Well with Stu again. And Dill, well done, mate. Straight through we are to the prelim. Pig's Pen, some legends in here. So got Blake and Jamie, silver top early there. Janath and myself have gone straight through on the Pig Pen. And we'll have Dossie and Jimmy, a.k.a. the pig himself, Big Mentality. Again, one of my favourite humans. Oh, the Charity 50, okay. So coming 5th overall there. We've got full ladder. That's the old man. So what is he? 13.24. Coming in at 4th. So 5th there, which is nice. Tell you what, Stu and Cade. Told you Stu was having a good year. Spillsy's premier. So managed to knock over the great JD. And this was shocking from when I say shocking from JD, not his fault whatsoever. Like your cherries, your rosies, just been a nightmare for the poor fella. So yeah, bad luck to JD there. We've got Janath. Oh, here we go. Great Swizz. Joey again, George. Brandon, the great Bryce Mitchell. And I think that is it, is it? Cash group. Yes, that is it for league. So, guys, this went way longer than what I was thinking, but that is it for now. Thanks, again, for tuning in. Good luck for your Supercoach finals this week, and we'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.